welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, the NBA continues to be the biggest joke in sports history. Oh boy, where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start? Whew, I told you when I made this video, when I made a video yesterday, I said, well, I won't see you probably until the Super Bowl is over unless something crazy happens in the NBA. And the NBA kept its promise. Folks, there's really nothing great to talk about in this league except for failure. No greatness. What the hell is going on? You got teams still getting blown out. Good teams not even showing up to play, folks. I mean, what happened to Ja Morant? This dude is a shell of himself. Like, this is what I'm going to say, folks. Who cares? Who cares about playing? Who cares about, being great anymore? Your greatness is just some dudes on TV saying you're great. What's wrong with this dude? Oh man, he was injured this year, man. You got to look at his injuries. Dude, go to the dinner table, go to the weight room, get something to eat. You can't be this skinny and frail and run a gun. You already ain't doing nothing physical. You're not playing a fit. How could these guys last back in the day when they're running up and down the court, being physical all game, running the whole court, not just to the 3-point line, running the entire court, bumping and grinding? Who were the skinny people back in the day that were built like these frail guys? Like, who was it? Manute Bol? I don't know. Somebody please tell me. Kevin Durant doesn't show up again? Where's Kevin Durant? Where's Kevin Durant? So Austin Reeves turns into Larry Bird last night. I think he give you like 45 or something like that. He just does the damn thing. And this is what I told you guys. I told you this a long time ago. The Lakers could be top 5 every single season in the West since LeBron got there. When you look at the squad, listen guys, if you took LeBron off that team and you filled it in with any all-time great, I don't give a damn what year it was, you're either going to win the championship or you're going to go deep into the playoffs. I don't give a damn who you put. Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, if I didn't say him, any all-time great player that he's supposed to measure up to. Hell, Magic Johnson, whoever you want to put. Remember, LeBron James isn't there to play for his team. He's not. They're there to play for him. As far as they got to see what he's going to do. He doesn't facilitate an offense. That's what you guys don't understand. This ain't John Stockton or Magic Johnson or Jason Kidd. He's not facilitating an offense. He's not a pass first guy. He's a last resort pass guy. He's a guy that always has the ball. There's no facilitating, no real movement in his so-called offense that you guys say that he's this, this passer or whatever like that. He just comes down the court and see what he wants to do. He just passes it to somebody, and it's just not. It ain't a pick and roll. It's nothing special. He just throws it to the guy at the 3-point line. Here, I want to shoot it this time. This ain't running no offense, folks. So yeah, this is what I was saying. If they played actual defense, they would be top 5 in the West every year. And who was it? 2 Raw was saying something about last night about how if Michael Jordan had Reeves and somebody else, I forget who it was, he traded some guys off that team, Steve Kerr or something like that, and he got some players on the Lakers team that's already on there. He would go, I think he said in the 90s, he would go go deep in the playoffs or go to the Western Conference Finals. But my thinking is, if Michael Jordan had the same team that LeBron James has had, let's see, the Wizards, Michael Jordan, right? The 38, 39. So if Michael Jordan had this same team, AD, Reeves, Hachimura, all the guys that LeBron has played with since he's been 38. Are you kidding me? He's winning championships, folks. Michael Jordan is going to be winning championships at that age. Where's LeBron James championships? So basically what you got, LeBron James not playing. Now these guys get to go out and, show off their talent, get to be, I don't know, NBA basketball players, something they get paid for. They get to be NBA basketball players. Look what we can do. Look what we get paid to do. Basically. So, I mean, it is what it is, folks. I mean, we got to, like, put two and two together. I mean, there's a reason why they ain't even trying to trade Austin Reeves. They don't want this guy to break out. They ain't said nothing about him. They ain't trying to let this guy go because they know they let him go. Oh, it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell. And what we mean by this is going to be hell as far as he's going to be, like, showing really what he's got. So it just goes to show, you just got a lot of guys out there. They're not really playing NBA basketball. They're just waiting to see what the king is going to do. I mean, how can you play NBA basketball at a high level when your leader is coming out there and TikTok dancing like a 12-year-old girl before every game? Really? But why does he TikTok dance like he's 12 years old before every game? Because these are his fans. This is what his fans like. They don't like greatness. They don't like a dude who can play basketball on all levels. Defense, offense as far as hitting the mid-range, being consistent from the three, playing positional back. Nothing. They just like stats. They just like, this big Oompa Loompa out there running the court, flexing, crying, flopping. Whatever he does, it's not even basketball, really. Doing dunks and layups while traveling and carrying and stiff arming on skinny three-point shooters and then flexing. Like, bro, I can tell you this ain't no real sports league. How can people literally make videos every day of this dude, every game? Forget about the last 22 seasons. Every damn game of this guy literally traveling and carrying all game in front of the ref. And the ref don't say nothing. I'm trying to tell you, folks. And we're going to talk about it some more in a minute, but so I keep trying to tell you, this is not a real sports league, folks. Nope. Can't carry, travel. What about the technical fouls? When this dude is crying and chasing referees up and down the court, what about the technical fouls when this guy is, saying too little, flexing on dudes after he travels and carries just to make a layup? Well, travels, carries, and then does a stiff arm to knock his opponent down. I mean, he plays more physical football than the NFL today. You ain't even allowed to play that much physical football in the NFL. LeBron James is playing that. Wow. So yeah, it's pretty much a joke. Now you got this Luka out there. They got all his practices. He's shooting around in his cut. People so dumb. They'll put on a video of somebody hitting the shot. I'm like they just turned on the camera right there. He just hit that shot. People are so dumb, man. And we'll show you how dumb people really are in a minute with this Paul George thing. But people are so dumb. They believe anything. Like the TV is their God. It's God. Whatever's on TV, that's what they believe, folks. This TV has become God. Social media, now it's the phone, whatever. It's the God. They believe everything that's on there. They believe these people are good. They believe this is what's being shown on there is right. Everything. They believe because YouTube gives, somebody channel a whole bunch of fake subs that their channel is the best. So we can stay on this LeBron James thing forever, but this is what I'm going to say about before I even forget. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even on the script. Most of these guys scripted to the max, and that's fine with me. I can just freestyle. That's what I do. Matter of fact, I want to talk about two things before I forget. Let me see if I don't know if I want to talk about the Joker thing first, or if I want to talk about the playoff P. But this other thing just coincides with the whole thing. Vegas is cleaning up, folks. Vegas has cleaned up on the NBA all season. And we talked about gambling and why I don't gamble and why now that gambling is legal. I mean, this stuff is looking so obvious, folks. The Vegas has been cleaning up on the the NBA all season. Yeah. You see some of these scores, not only the scores, these teams losing to nobody. These teams losing to trash teams and getting blown out. Good teams not even showing up to the game, not even being competitive. So tell me if I'm wrong. Did they have the Lakers winning this game? Did they have the Lakers beating the Pacers or the Pacers beating the Lakers? I don't gamble. And, I was busy. I don't know what the line was. I don't know who was supposed to win. But I can bet with AD not being there, gone. LeBron gone. Luka not there. They had to have the Pacers winning. Tell me if I'm wrong, man. But, I'm not wrong about, a lot of these teams getting smoked. The Mavs smoked the Celtics the other day. The Mavs, not the Mavs starting five, the Mavs bench smoked the Celtics. Really? What about the New York Knicks against the Celtics last night? They didn't even show up. They didn't even show up. The only team showing up on a nightly basis this year is OKC. They could have, I don't know, guys out of the starting lineup out for whatever reason, and still the rest of their team will show up. So what I'm trying to say, Vegas wins again, man. You're better off going for the dog. It just feels so blatant what these teams are doing. To me, I would call it throwing games. And that would be a horrible thing for somebody to say. And, this is why my channel won't never get monetized, because ain't nobody going to be out there telling the truth like that. But it's obvious, folks. If you just take this stuff as, oh, man, that's crazy, man. I can't believe this. Yes, you can say those exact words as far as, some of these teams losing the way they do, if it happens sometimes. But this ain't happening sometimes. This is happening all the time, folks. And they're not getting beat, going down to the wire. Oh, they got beat by, a good team got, destroyed by a bad team by like 5 points. So it was just a bad night for that team. No, they're getting blown off the floor. Even if it's a good team going against a good team, they're not supposed to get blown out, folks. You're a good team for a reason. Just on effort alone. That game is only, if you lose to a good team, you're only supposed to lose by no more than 10. If that. So I don't like the way it's looking, folks. I know people every day put their money on this dumb stuff. You got to be an idiot. And nobody never wins, because I never hear, oh, man, I hit this, man. I hit this. Nope. They always lose. Always lose. So keep spending your money on this stuff, especially the NBA. Boy, that I would never spend a penny on these guys on the game. And look, I was thinking about this the other day, and when we talk about Michael Jordan's 2-3 piece, nobody knew they was going to win. First of all, nobody knew they was going to win the first championship, because the Pistons were the favorites that year. So nobody even know. Yeah, the Pistons got old. How the hell were they the favorites? With the 3-peat. Second of all, so nobody knew the Bulls were going to win that one. And they basically wasn't the favorites going into the finals against the Lakers. So they won the first championship, and people thought, no way they can repeat. No way. That's hard. It's a hard thing to do. Because you would have to play the Pistons again. Other teams were getting better, in the East and stuff like that. Okay, so they repeated. No way they could three-peat. It just hasn't happened, right? Since the 60 Celtics. And what I'm trying to say by that is, when you look at their opponents also in those finals, the opponents were just that good. During the regular season, nobody was like, oh man, they ain't playing nobody. Oh no. It was always playing 60-win teams. And that's why Barkley went over there to the Suns, because that team was loaded. See, a lot of times, what makes a lot of guys Hall of Famers and not Hall of Famers can be championships, folks. Draymond Green ain't no damn Hall of Famer. Well, he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer, but he's not a Hall of Famer if you don't have these championships. If you go back and look at a lot of them guys on the Celtics, not all of them, but it's some guys on there that basically have no damn resume, right? When you go pull them up, but because they're championships, they got on there. They got Hall of Fame. And we done seen this. Like I said, if Horace Grant would have stayed on the Bulls, well, Michael Jordan would not have retired. I know Horace Grant got more championships with the Lakers. I think he got one more, right? But if he would have stayed with the Bulls and Michael Jordan never would have retired, I think he would have been a Hall of Famer. He would have made more defensive teams and, more all-star teams. I don't know, folks. But you see this a lot. A lot of these guys really are Hall of Famers because of championships. But what I'm trying to say is his opponents that he played and beat them, I think a lot of these guys were on their way to having like great careers. And a lot of these guys, after they got beat, they didn't play the same for some reason. Clyde Drexler, after that series, when they lost in the finals, he didn't play the same. I know he was already a Hall of Famer, but you take a dude like Terry Porter and Jerome Kersey, who's this? Oh, Dan Marley. I think a lot of these guys who I think if they would have won championships, they would have been Hall of Famers. That's all I'm saying. So they won that three-peat, and then he comes back. They didn't really think they was going to win another championship after they got beat. This is the Orlando Magic, bro. These dudes are like in their prime. No way they're going to beat the Orlando Magic, which they did it the first season, and then boom, bam, they come back and they defeat them. But you're not thinking Shaq is going to leave Orlando. I mean, maybe you could add another piece. I don't know, man. That team was loaded. I don't know why Shaq left. He would be in a butthole, but I think he was scared of Michael Jordan. Look at it. Charles Barkley left the East. He was scared of Michael Jordan. So no, after they won that one in '96, nobody thought they was going to win again. And I'm not talking about the competition in the East. I'm talking about the competition in the West. Nobody thought that they was going to come out of the East where you're just getting beat up to go to the finals. It's rough and raw and rugged. And then you get to the West, they're just running and gunning. So you got to adjust your whole overall game to play these guys in the West. Now you're running into the Sonics. In the same thing when we talk about who is that? We talk about the Utah Jazz. Nobody thought they was going to do a three-peat on none of that, folks. As a Chicago Bull fan, to me, I never thought they was going to win any of those finals. I'm serious. I never going into any finals saying, "Oh, we got this." Even with Michael Jordan, that's how the NBA was back then, folks. I never thought that we was going to beat Portland. I never thought that we was going to beat the Suns. I said we can. Nothing like that, folks. The people act like Michael Jordan's championships was given. Most of his championships went down to 6 because in Game 5 he balled the hell out to change the whole series, or he balled out in game 6. So I'm just saying, a lot of times, if they would have won, these guys would have won championships, I think they would have been Hall of Famers. When you look at some of these guys who I think are going to be in the Hall of Fame in the future because of championships. Now, let's talk about this because I saw this on Too Raw for TV. No, was it Too Raw for TV? I think it's Too Raw for TV. And, he's like the ESPN News Network, right? Not a shot at him, but I'm just saying he gets all the stories. Like, damn. So I saw this on Too Raw, and you can go watch Too Raw instead of watching looking at ESPN or whatever like that because they're annoying. So you can just go look at Too Raw and see some of these sports stories out here. He gives it to you pretty good, but you got Playoff P, Pandemic P, whatever he's calling himself. And supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, Too Raw said he has more videos this year than actual field goals made. This guy is a clown. He's making all this money this year. He's supposed to be making even more next year. So this is what I'm gonna say. You guys know I don't think these guys make this kind of money, and it's because their actions, the things they do, don't qualify them for making this kind of money. Whether it's the things they do when they retire, the things they do on court, everything. I mean, these guys in the past, for the money they was making, you would have to drag them off the floor in a damn body bag. And they couldn't even get paid what they was making unless they actually played. So if you didn't play, go out there, play hard, show up for a game, blah, 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 you actually a lot of times would literally have to be having surgery, something like that, to not play. Remember, how you played affected your next contract. Not only how you played, we're talking about in terms of, are you always hurt? And load management wasn't even a thing. What is that? I mean, these are sports players, folks. They can inject them with Novocaine, all kind of stuff, and they don't feel the pain. They can go out there and play every night. They go out there and play every night. They even back then, folks, even in the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, they still had stuff that these players could take to get over the pain while they're playing. I'm serious. And, over the years, it just got better, really. So it's really no excuse now. All I can say is, if you can't go out there and play, you might as well be on some surgery-ish. Other than that, you don't deserve the money. Because like I said, if you was injured all the time back in the day, they're not really going to give you that contract. I mean, serious? Can we be serious, folks? Take Larry Johnson. He basically played hurt. What we say? I don't know, man. Maybe half of his career? I would say half. We went from the Larry Johnson that was, playing above the rim to Larry Johnson playing below the rim. It was sad, folks, to see Larry Johnson playing below the rim. And it was because of his back. But he went out there and kept playing, folks. Putting up stats. Didn't make a lot of all-star teams. Didn't make all NBAs no more. But he went out there and played, folks. Why? Because if you didn't play, you weren't going to get paid the next time, your next contract. And he probably didn't get, as much as he did. I think he got like $100 million contract, though. I think after his rookie contract. But, he deserved it. But, into that contract, he got hurt. But this is what I'm saying, folks. These guys are sissies. And this is why I say you can't get me to believe these guys make this kind of money. And a lot of fans are dumb. I don't care. I'm going to say it. These guys are living on what they did, what they used to do, how great they used to be. It's not there. It's not there anymore. Y'all got to stop, man. You just got to get over it. These guys will never be as good as what they used to be. The Kawhis, the Currys, the Durants, the Lebrons, all these guys. It's not there, folks. The best you can get out of these guys is some stats that don't mean nothing. And a lot of these guys ain't gonna, do the damn thing anyways. They ain't making this kind of money, folks. You think LeBron James, if he was making this kind of money, he'd be running the court for what? Dude, I got businesses to operate. I got things to do. The hell I want to run the court for? To me, I think he's just tied into the NBA. I think the NBA got his ass handcuffed and he ain't got no choice to play. Right? Because what they done did for him. They basically done lied about his entire career so this guy could make money. Put this guy in the top 2. They done lied about his entire career. The crazy part is it's right in front of you. It ain't like it's hidden. I mean, wow. These are like politicians, right? The NBA? NBA is like politicians. Straight up liars. Straight up liars. And then they'll switch up. So, yeah, they got LeBron James handcuffed because they don't have a new American face of the NBA. They don't. And they know if he leaves and they put a international player, this thing really about to fall off the map. Look at the MLB. Gone. Done. Finished. It's over. Look at hockey. All international players. Done. Finished. It's over. It's over. But anyways, yeah, back to Pandemic P. Yeah, he's got all these he's got all these videos. These guys know, man. They see where the money is. It's podcasting. So all they have to do is start this podcast, abide by the YouTube. They'll get a whole bunch of subs, because they're celebrities, they're NBA players, and then YouTube will reward them with a whole bunch of bot subs, fake subs, and then boom, bam, boom, they'll be making money. So I think I saw like 700,000 subs on his channel. So he wants to get to 1 million or more. They see that's what they ain't making no money playing the NBA, folks. They ain't making no money. Yes, I believe they're making millions. Yes, but I don't believe they're making. That stuff would have been cut short a long time ago. The way these guys are playing, the way these guys don't show, that would have been cut short a long time ago. This is just some video game-ish, some fantasy type of, league or whatever like that. So I guess the NBA is saying, yeah, these guys make all this money. Okay, whatever. There's no way these guys will be podcasting during the season making the money they're making, folks. Just think about it. The money that they're making doing other stuff, rather than working on their game, rather than being competitive, rather than, concentrating on your actual job. So the money that they're making podcasting is basically nothing compared to what they're supposed to be making, 40, 50, 30 million. It would be nothing. It would be a waste of your time as a professional player, NBA player, basketball player, whatever, to waste your time on another venture to make this drop of money in a bucket compared to what you're making. And compared to your mindset, they're actually paying these guys not just to be NBA players, to be good NBA players, to be great NBA players, to be great at your craft, to hold yourself to the highest standard, to be a good teammate, to work on your game, all this stuff, folks. So now today, they basically paying these guys 40, 50, 60 million just to show up and play a pickup game with these other guys. Are you serious? A pickup game. So let's talk about the reality of this whole thing. Well, it's another illusion, folks. So Podcast P, what he does on his channel, he's the new, sports reporter, right? He's trying to, I haven't watched a lot of it, but it looks like he talks a lot about the NBA and whatever happens in the NBA news, all this stuff. And, these guys can, get other NBA players on there because who they are. And I guess he's, most of these guys, including him, they're the new NBA, what do you want to call it? The new NBA sports reporters. So whatever is happening in the league, like, most of these YouTubers will bring you, they want to bring you this shit now. I mean, like, what? Are you serious? Just imagine Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul, all these guys back in the past. They're not playing basketball. They're podcasting. And they're telling you what's going on in the league while the league is going on. What? Folks, I don't know what the hell is going on. But this is what I'm going to tell you. What these guys found out was they can make money off of podcasting in a deep fake AI. They don't even have to be there, folks. That's the sad reality of it that they got over us. And, we could do it to a degree too, but they have what we would call, Hollywood technology. So we can do AI deep fake podcasts too, but we can't do it on the level that they do it. We don't have that money. We don't have that type of money. So what these guys find out, they can make money off of podcasting and not even be there. All they have to do is pay, maybe like a producer to put this thing together, and boom, bam. What are you looking at? You think you're looking at Paul George on a podcast with another NBA player, whoever's on there. Well, Paul George ain't on there, folks. That's a deep fake. And that's just the case for the majority of these guys, folks. It's the reality for most of these guys, these NBA players, these sports players. That's why they got these podcasts. They basically can make money without really being there. And props to them. Like I said, I'm not hating, but this is why these guys all of a sudden got podcasts, because it's that easy. They're not really putting in no work because they're not there. They're not there. So all they did was needed the money, probably pay for the software like one time, and that's it. And then you probably got somebody that produces it. And bam, they're making money, because they're not making no money in the NBA, folks. Not the money you've been told. Yes, they make. Again, I'm gonna tell you, they make millions. But the money that they're trying to tell you, these $50 million contracts, $60 million, they don't make that, folks. And I'm not talking about, oh man, yeah, because of taxes, agent, lawyer. No, they don't make that, period. They don't make that. I done told you before, there's nothing to warrant them making that kind of nothing. Not their play on the court, nothing they do off the court. After they retire, they have to go get jobs like you and me. Look what they're doing now. They podcasting so they can make money. Folks. They ain't making the money you've been told. The NBA ratings, the NBA don't make money like that to be giving these guys this kind of money. So they're destroying your product and tanking your NBA, and you say, oh, well, good job. Here's these record-breaking contracts for destroying my league. Nobody watches this crap. You got to be dumb. You got to be as dumb as betting on this stupid stuff as they are throwing these games to make money in Vegas. People dumb, man. If you just get up on here and you just go through the motions and just talk about the world for what you see it, for how they're giving it to you, like ain't nothing going on, you're an idiot. Either you're an idiot or you're just in it with them. I'm serious, folks. At this point, in 2025, if you're 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old, and if you don't see life clear for what it is, I don't know what to say, folks. That's what they say. If you're scared, go to church. And then guess what? You'll probably be back in this hell next lifetime, in a worse hell. You'll be somewhere in damn, was that Sierra? I forget what it's called. Whatever desert that is, and Africa starving with flies on your stomach. For real. These people just don't get it, man. Some people just, a lot of people don't want to wake up because they're scared. Well, I'm saying they're scared because they don't want to, come to the conclusion or the truth that these people are good people. And I don't have to say their names. I'm just saying, folks. But the reason why they don't want to come to this conclusion, their overseers aren't good people, because they'll be hurt. Oh, I can't believe in these people, man. They tell me the truth, man. I thought they was telling me the truth, man. There's no way they would lie to me, man, because they smile in my face and they just seem so genuine. That's how the world works. How else would the world work if your overseers didn't lie to you? How would they control you? How would people control your mind if they didn't lie to you? Right? Your overseers lie to you because they tell you they're above you. And how can they be above you? Because they lie to you. So let's talk about this Joker thing, because I got some Joker hate when I said that about Joker. And listen, I like to explain everything I say. I posted it on the community post or whatever like that. And this is what people do when they respond. They don't debate what you said. They just call you a hater, leave Scap alone. All this stuff. They just can't rebuttal. Come with a rebuttal. Reply to what I said and break down what I said that was wrong. And what did I say? I said, somebody go over there and tell Scap to stop crying. Right? Stop crying about, Joker didn't get any help. Huh? This is a 3-time MVP winner. A championship winner. Probably the best player in basketball over the 3, 4, 5 years? And you're trying to tell me this dude can't open up his mouth and say, look, you're wasting my career. You're wasting my time at this organization in this soft, weak, frail era where guys aren't even playing basketball no more. They're podcasting. And you can't get me another great player to play beside me year in and year out at these trade deadlines, and these other players get good trades? What do you mean I couldn't get Luka? Can somebody explain to me why Joker couldn't get Luka? I don't give a damn about no LA. Why couldn't Joker get Luka? Don't tell me nothing about no Anthony Davis being over there and all this stuff, folks. To me, he could have got Luka if he wanted to. And we won't even stay on that, but let's just take Luka out of the equation. You got all these other players that got traded. How come we can't get another superstar, folks? And to me, it's a couple reasons. He don't want another great superstar because it's going to hurt his stats. You don't want his stats going down. Okay, if you don't want to go with that, let's go with this. Why he ain't open his mouth? What do you mean the team has to do something? How about you do something, or my contract is up, I'm gone, folks. There's no way a 3-time MVP winner, and maybe about to be 4, and the greatest player in the league, the best player in the league the last 4 or 5 years, can't get a superstar beside him? Something's going on, folks. Do you want me to go into conspiracy mode? How about that? Is it the NBA? Because I know Scap ain't gonna say, "Oh, I gotta stay on script." We don't read no scripts over here, Scap. What is it? Is it the NBA that don't want this guy winning championships, so he can't get another great player according to the script? He don't want his stats to go down? Because if he continues with these stats, he's going to make LeBron James look like ish. He's going to make a lot of players look like ish. And he ain't going to have no problem getting in that top 10. It's just, how you going to keep him out of top 10? Remember, the same era that Joker plays in, LeBron James plays in, right? So all these records that LeBron broke, I think, what did he come in, like 2014 or 15? So all these championships that LeBron got, all these stats that LeBron James got, all this stuff, LeBron James been celebrated in as whatever, forgotten since 2015 when Joker came in. Joker been playing in the same damn era. So, until now. So whatever Joker's been doing, you can't discredit it. You can't say, "Oh man, it's a soft weak era, man." I mean, we know it is, but I'm just saying you can't discredit any of his stats. And what's so crazy, who gives a damn if Joker even wins another championship? The stats he's putting up, this dude's gonna be top 5 by the time he retires, if he keeps it up, right? With the stats, the MVPs. Not in my top 5, but they're gonna be pushing him in there. But you're gonna have to say, after this year, how could you keep him out of the top 10? Because if you try to keep him out of the top 10, guess what? You're gonna have to throw away all LeBron James achievements since 2015. Because he done played in the LeBron era. It's crazy. So, again, why ain't he opening his mouth? Ask Cap that. This is a grown-ass man that's supposed to be acting like a grown-ass man and can't even open his mouth. I'm not buying it, Scap. Stick to your script. I'm not buying it, bro. What do you mean, no help? Ain't they like in the top 5 or 6 or something? After all they went through this year, they still up there and winning. This is how soft and weak this era really is, folks. I mean, Joker ain't playing in the league where guys show up. He's playing in the league where these dudes is podcasting, don't show up to games, get paid all this money, and look where he's at. He's still in contention. Now, to me, I gotta go with SGA. He's the MVP. I think he's been a better leader. I think his team has wanted to play for him. They've been truly. I don't think his team is better than the Nuggets. I just don't think so, folks. I'm talking about the guys on that team. If you break them down guy for guy, they're not. I don't care how they're playing this year. All these guys are just out here going through the damn motions. They don't have to play. Play. As long as they make the playoffs, that's all that matters. Oh, this guy's this and this box metric and he's all blah 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 blah. Who cares? Look what Joker's doing. He's the only one out there playing basketball to the fullest, right? Ain't none of these guys out here playing like, well, get your triple double, get your triple. Who cares? These guys just get paid money, man. They don't care about playing basketball, man. That's what I try to tell you. These guys in this era, they going through these motions because they know who cares. They will never be in that top 10. Most of these guys, they won't. First of all, they have nobody to compete with. So how could they ever be in the top 10? Right? Who they got to compete with? We can go back and look at the top 10 players and we say, man, look at their competition. Look who they play on a nightly basis, the competition. Look how the game was played. Look at the competitiveness. So these guys today, they don't give a damn, man. They just going through the motions. They'll make this so-called record-breaking money that they're supposed to make. What? Believe it if you want, man. Even Scap will tell you something like that these guys really make this money. But he did work for the sports media. So I'm just saying, folks. No shot at him. Oh, did I just take a shot at him? I'm just saying, folks. What does this guy want with Joker? A grown-ass man that's scared to open his mouth. What did Jordan say? Oh, well, I can't beat Orlando, man. I mean, I don't need a great shooter, but I do need a defender. Come on, Robin. Kobe couldn't get over the hump. Got Paul Gasol. You think Kobe didn't open his mouth? You think Charles Barkley didn't say, I'm gone. I can't win in Philadelphia. Y'all ain't bringing me nobody. I'm gone. You think Clyde said, man, I ain't going to be able to come out this West with these guys. I mean, they were good, but now they're all hurt and busted up and, they're not getting no better. I'm going to play with Hakeem. I mean, come on, man. This is laughable with this Joker thing. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's either a script that the NBA don't want to give him no great guys because they don't want him winning any more championships, which I don't think that's likely. Or, that's also one thing, that he let these guys sign that big-ass contract, Porter Jr. and Murray. What? What? Do you think Michael Jordan about to let some bums who ain't even all-star level sign these big contracts for what? So you letting guys who ain't even all-stars sign superstar contracts. No, I'm not trying to say he's the agent, but he's the leader of the team. And if you would think like, okay, if you're going to sign them to these contracts, which would hurt me from getting superstars over here to play with me, no, I'm not going to stay here. You can't do that. What'd he say? What did Joker say? He let these guys sign these contracts. Why? Because Joker likes these guys. He wants to play with these guys. Scap, wake up. He wants to play with these guys. These are like his brothers. He don't care if they're not showing up or they're breaking threes in the damn playoffs or, always injured. He likes these guys. He likes winning or losing with these guys. He don't want to play with, some other superstars with egos and, whatever. He wants to win and lose with these guys. That's why he let these guys get this money. Because if not, he would have said, no, if you sign those guys, I'm out. If you sign these guys to these big contracts, I'm out. I'm gone. This is his team, Scap. Stop crying, bro. This man wanted to play with another great superstar. He put up. He don't want to play with these dudes out here. He don't care about winning championships. He does, but if it don't come down to it because he ain't got another great superstar, he don't care. He just here to get this money and go back to damn Serbia. He don't even want to parade. You think he care about a championship? He didn't want to parade after the championship. He don't even want to be associated with the NBA. He just want a check. And put up a whole bunch of stats to show you how easy and weak and soft this era really is. That's it, folks. He didn't come into this league like an all-time great player, dominating. He came into it. It wasn't as bad as the 2020s, but give me a break. The 210s. When did he come in here dominating? When was he on anybody's radar? Until like the third season, really. Fourth season? He didn't come in like Shaq, like, Tim Duncan or Hakeem or Will or Ewing or, any great center from the past. Moses Malone, what was he doing? He got better as the league got softer, as the league got weaker. And he continues to show it. So again, if the man wanted to play with other great superstars, He would. But you see how these superstars act in this era. They don't play. They don't come to work. They got egos. These dudes act like they got mental problems. The guys that he got on that team is his level of, like, you know, the way they think. The way they think is in the way they act. The brotherhood with these guys. That's what he likes. The teammates he has now. He don't want to play with these guys out here. These other guys act like prima donnas. So Scap will never tell you that. He gets along with the teammates he has. And that's why he ain't been trying to boot him out. He don't want to play with these other dudes. So I guess we might make a video after the Super Bowl. I don't know, man, but the NBA is a joke, man. I don't know if I'm really continue to make videos about this. It's just to me, it don't even seem like a real sports league. It don't got that bad, folks. It's that bad. It's really nothing. We come on here and we make videos based on nonsense and, you know, stuff that we shouldn't even be talking about. We should be talking about dudes out there battling, dudes out there putting up great stats against each other, and, you know, dudes playing defense, and, you know, these games went down to the wire. It wasn't flopping or traveling or, you know, all this dumb stuff. That's what we've seen in the 90s, the 80s, you know, and this is what SportsCenter reported. It reported real basketball. Dudes out there being competitive. The stuff that's reported now is just crazy. It ain't even got nothing to do with real sports. I mean, and you want me to believe these guys are making this kind of money, folks? Again, if they're making this kind of money, they're still in front of fans. They are. Literally still in front of fans. The owners and the players. Still in front of fans. Not showing up, not being competitive. Still in front of fans. And that has to do with the owners too. Still in front of fans. You're giving these guys this kind of money, and they're not even showing up to the game. Looks like they're throwing games. They're not being competitive. They're low managing. You're still in front of fans. So you keep giving these guys all this money. Whatever. They're not going to say this, because if they're not giving them this kind of money, it's a real rabbit hole. It's a real rabbit hole that you're charging these fans this type of money and you're not really giving them this money. You're just saying this, but you're still charging all this money. Go to the park, merch, popcorn, hot dogs, tickets. It's one or the other, folks. They still stealing. Whether you're lying about giving them this money or that you're giving them this money and they're not even showing up and playing. Or they're not being competitive when they show. Either way, it's still basically still in front of fans. It's not fantastic anymore.